Here it is, guys! My action figure just arrived that I created called Tricity. Bang! Oh my god, I can't even tell you what this is to hold in my hands right now, guys. We're gonna do an unboxing video right now. This is comic book artist, writer, and director Graig Weich from BeyondComics.tv, flipping out that I'm actually holding this thing in my hand. Oh my god, I can't tell you how great this feels as an independent comic book artist and writer to be able to have had something that was just an idea in my head come to life like this. It's been a couple of years in the works right now to make this a reality. Wow, check this out. Look at that. I don't know if you guys could see it. It's like realistic synthetic skin here. We'll put it together in a moment. That's tremendous. See that? That's the outfit. It's kind of like a silicone rubberized material. Oh man, that's like crazy. Look at this. This is amazing. Wow, just incredible. Guys, make sure to subscribe and follow for updates. Let's build this bad boy and put it all together. And here she is, guys. Tricity. Wow. Guys, I can't even begin to tell you. It's fully articulated, 28 points of articulation with seamless synthetic skin. Oh, man. This is the first time I've actually seen this in person and held it in my hands beyond the prototype from Toy Fair. Or I should say from COMICCON. Oh, man, guys, this is a dream come true. I'm super geeking out right now. I can't, I'm like speechless. Like, I mean, I'm amazed. Like, you know, I had this idea in my mind so many years ago, and to finally see it come to life like this. Oh, what a dream come true, and so much work, guys. Like, you have no idea. Like, oh, I just remember the endless disappointments and rejections and going on 53 meetings and people saying, you know, oh, love the idea, but we can't, you know, take a chance to invest in a new superhero. We can't risk, you know, something like that. And boom, here we go. And I just found out that she sold out. So that is an amazing feeling to actually know that it's sold out. Oh my God, that's a dream come true. They filled all the orders, which is incredible. So I'm just like so excited, guys. And it's, I'm like emotional about it. I really wish my dad was here to see the final version of this, but he did see photos. And he did see the other ones, which is great. So at least he got a chance to see that. Wow. Here we go, guys. I'm going to give some more details on it, tell you a little bit about Tricity. And for those of you who don't know, her skin is deadly to the touch. They made her into a weapon, but instead gave birth to their executioner. She is a victim no more. She will empower the powerless. She was once hunted, but is now the hunter. Never cross her or face death by electrocution. She is Tricity. And that's the little slogan right there on the box. Adrianne Curry from America's Next Top Model portrayed, she's the winner of the first one. She portrayed Tricity in the comic book GEKIDO, which premiered at Comic-Con originally, and then the final released version, that's us at Comic-Con, was released. I'll show you that real quick. And that is GEKIDO issue number 1, co-created by writer Brandon Wilson and me, the artist Graig Weich. Oh man, my wrist was killing me after drawing this stuff. But inside the comic book, and also an exclusive limited edition, different version was released with the Cleo action figure, which is the character that Ice-T's wife, COCO, portrays. And in the comic book, you can see down here Adrianne Curry as Tricity, which was really exciting. You see her over here as well. And then you can see Gary Delabate, a.k.a. Baba Booey from the Howard Stern Show as the Ninja, and from the Man in the High Castle, and the very famous Shang Tsung from Mortal Kombat, Kari Tagawa as Lord Shinryu. And in the comic book, you can see our little first appearance of Tricity. There's a cameo here. Let me show you. So that's her. That's Adrianne right there. I don't know who that guy is. little Alfred Hitchcock thing, right? He used to do little cameos in his stuff. So that's Adrian Curry as Tricity in the comic book. And then later on in the book, you could see an actual panel from the upcoming comic that I'm working forever on. It's very difficult to get this stuff out, especially for us independent artists. We have to save up to be able to pay for this, you know, color printed comics and ship it and everything like that. Oh, there's Stan Lee. I miss him so much. He was such a wonderful guy. Really took time with me. So yeah, and then here, let me just show you guys that preview page I was telling you about. So that is Tricity right here, where she's fighting Ravidactyl. There's a big storyline behind this here. And if let me get the glare out of there. There we go. So Tricity fights Ravidactyl. On the left here, you see Ravidactyl. And on the right, you see Tricity. And on the box cover, if you look, who's that in the background? Dun, da, da, Ravidactyl. Little secret nods to upcoming things. And you can see over here the prototype action figures of Codename Justice, GEKIDO, Ravidactyl, Tricity, and Cleo came out and sold out. Woohoo! They did a little prototype of me over there, which is crazy, man. That was bananas. That was a really, really fun thing. But the kids are so awesome at Comic-Con. Like, I mean, look at these great little smiles, man. I love making the kids smile. That's what it's about. Over here, just some charities that I try to donate to rescue like puppies and kids in need and things like that. So Toys for Tots as well. I just did New York Cares in time for the holidays, for Christmas and Hanukkah, to donate a whole bunch of toys to them and stuff. And that was like a Comic-Con when they this company also did the Stan Lee action figure originally. So they made like a little kind of promo prototype of, you know, Stan Lee is the world's, you know, one of the world's oldest masters, one of the great creators of comics. And then they put me as the new guy, even though I've been in the industry for 20 years behind the scenes. It's so nice though, man. It's such an honor to even be anywhere near the presence of these great guys. I also knew Steve Ditko. Thankfully, he had some peace with Stan Lee before they both passed, which is like super important. This little behind the scenes stuff over here. But I want to show you guys this figure and the mobility of it and how posable it is. So I'll get to that in a second. Hey guys, I hope that this works. I have it set up on a tripod over here. But you can see the full mobility with the titanium steel skeleton inside the figure. The outfit is separate from the figure, as you can see. It's separate. It's partially anatomically correct on the bottom, as are the male figures as well, because again, this is like for artistic collector series. And look at the mobility here. Super joints. Look at these joints. Super, super posable. Double jointed knees. You can make incredible action poses with this. And the titanium steel inner skeleton spine is very, very major here, including the neck and the head. And the mask comes off. So we want you guys to see that over there. Try to focus on here. So the mask comes off, which it was very important to me when designing it. I designed this entire figure digitally and then sent it to them, and they're amazing sculptors at Tbleague Phicen. Just painstakingly spent forever to match the designs, including like even the hair and the way we designed how the hair would fall and the material and the texture. Like I went through every single detail. The lightning is removable, as you can see over here. But even like trying to get the lightning, I'll try to see if I could show you how that works. So I don't know if you guys can see this, but like the lightning rods are clear, so they're blue tinted clear, so that when the light can actually shine behind it, and it travels through the lightning in there. So it kind of gives a really cool effect. It's very hard to see it on camera. I don't know how to. It almost looks as if it's lighting up, even though it's not. Hold on, let me grab a flashlight over here. I'll see if I could kind of take this and hold it so you could kind of see. If you could kind of see the light, how it kind of travels through it. So I worked really hard on getting this. I had to like fight for this because they wanted to make it solid, and I was like, no, let's make this thing clear and, and work on it, which was kind of exciting. Get some cool lighting effects over here. I always like to do that. And you could kind of see the detail on the back. It's one of my favorite things to design was like the structure. There's an actual, it's actually designed intentionally. It's a map. I mean, I don't want to blow the storyline. I finished the 120-page screenplay for the feature film with Joe on this, my writing partner. And it's just an amazing kind of feeling. The story is very intense. I haven't seen it done like that before. But you can kind of see all the details here of the figure. And it's very, very intense and detailed. And believe it or not, it has tremendous amount of clothing in the costume design, far more than Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is like a bathing suit. So there's some people who are like really not into comics or collectibles or things, and they don't quite understand that this is pretty well covered. This is a pretty covered figure for females, but the design of the openings are intentional because she's deadly to the touch. So if anybody tries to attack her and they touch her skin, done. Death by electrocution. So it's really exciting though, just to be able to do this. I'm just kind of getting some extreme lighting so you guys can kind of see the mobility. But I love this seamless synthetic skin technology. Is very exciting. Let me hit a light on over here for you. And you can really kind of see the detail of the figure there and how the arms move properly in all directions and all forms. Let me just try to twist the rib cage here. There you go. So you could kind of see the twist there. Boom. Really, really nice flexibility for action poses. So I really wanted this to be something that artists could use to do what they do. And all of Tbleague Phicen's action figures, now have this technology and have had it for some time, which is just fantastic. So I love it. It's a real collector's piece. I mean, there's nobody else who could have done these figures better than I'm aware of. And I just love working with them. And I'm very honored that they let me take the reins of designing the full outcome of all the figures that we've done from start to finish. Usually a company will license an action figure and that's it. From there they do what they want. But in this case, I was a nervous wreck about it. But I said, would you guys please let me like really work on this? And, even like down to the design of the shoes, like I made every single step with them. And then they'd send me samples and then I would correct the samples until we got it exactly the way that we wanted it to look. And they were just stellar about going along with it. And at the end, they sent me this email. And they're like, we want you to know that we've never had anybody oversee the construction or work of the figures that we have made except you. They said, and we thank you for it because you made a better item and we sold more because of that. And I said, thank you guys for appreciating it. I was worried they were going to kill me for this. But thankfully, they liked all the advice. I know like originally, the head was a little too high up, so she had like a crazy long neck, so proportionately I tried to fix that. The shoes were originally very Frankenstein looking, so I sharpened them up and made them a little bit more like kind of staccato in its clarity of motion and look. Hold on, let me read this to you guys. And by the way, here is the base, which I just love the base over here. I'm so happy they were able to put this in there. Boy, they did a stellar job, man. These guys are incredible. Really, really great stuff. And by the way, if you guys were interested in getting the comic book signed that of her first appearance, her preview appearance here in GEKIDO issue #1 that she appears in, you can go to beyondcomics.tv to check it out. And we're also running a little thing there where you guys actually have a chance to be drawn as a character in the comic books, the next ones. So you can check it out at beyondcomics.tv. And also BigBadToyStore.com is getting the exclusive limited edition version of this as well. You can get this figure at my website at beyondcomics.tv while supplies last. We're almost sold out of the figure on my website. But the figure it's completely sold out of production. The production run is sold out from all these stores. But I have a few pieces left, and some of the stores have a few pieces left if you guys want to get them from your favorite shop or from my website. And also, like I was saying before, Big Bad Toy Store is getting the limited edition Battle Damage Blood Effect version of this figure, which is also super cool if you guys like, you know, shredded, you know, bloody bullet hole stab wound edition versions. It's kind of like right out of like a Mortal Kombat type of feel. So they'll be getting that soon, and I'll be posting a video of that when that comes out next month. That is the Ravedactyl prototype, which I can't show you too much of right now, but it's so cool to see them all together. And this is the first action figure release, which is Cleo, Goddess of Seduction, and next to Tricity, Goddess of Lightning. So it's super cool to have my two action figures together over here, and Ravedactyl trailing behind there, coming soon. Whew. So that's Ravedactyl with his wings open, thanks to Because, as he goes by. Really great prototype sculpt by Brian over there. And back to Tricity. This is so great. The whole production run sold out of both figures from the manufacturer, which is awesome. Now it's up to the fans to keep supporting us independent comic book artists and writers. Really exciting stuff to have it here. So this has been a dream come true, guys, to see these things in action. I did a whole video review here of COCO as Cleo. And again, you could see her in the comic. That's in the comic book. And it's interesting because I cast the celebrities after the scripts were written and after I drew the art, after Brandon wrote this. It's very interesting that we were able to do that. And then I went back and changed it to look in their likeness. Especially like with Cary Tagawa being added. There are three different versions of this book. There's the COMICCON unmasked version, where he's not wearing a mask and the cover's like flat. Then there's this prototype version 2 that comes with the Cleo figure. That's the second version of the comic, exclusive with the mask edition. And then there's this official edition, which is the third edition, that is officially distributed by Diamond, which is the distributors for Marvel and DC Comics. So I was so honored that they signed my company Beyond Comics officially with them. That's really a blessing right there. Greatly appreciate being given a chance as an independent artist. You know, it's tough. I mean, obviously I've made tremendous amounts of mistakes in my life trying to figure all this stuff out, self-publishing and not understanding the world when I was a kid. I started back when I was in school, but I've learned a lot and I've grown a lot, and I'm definitely, you know, quite a different person and have a better understanding. But the intention to try to help and, you know, save people, that's the whole thing of superheroes. I've always been about that. By the way, here's the box I wanted to show you over here, which is kind of exciting. Tbleague. This is the box it comes in, and you can kind of see like some of the detailed lettering, stuff like that over here. It's 12-inch tall action figure. I just want to make that clear. It's a 1/6 scale figure. I'll try to put some of the other prototypes there. And guys, here's the Beyond Comics universe of all of our new superhero action figures. Dun-da-da! You can see them all over here. And these are the prototypes next to the two releases. So these are the two that are currently out. Cleo over here, followed by Tricity, And hopefully we will get to Ravidactyl, Codename Justice, and GEKIDO, which is based on this guy right over here. So there you go, guys. So this is the first time we've seen everything together. And wow, man, what a dream come true. I just can't tell you the trials and tribulations and how hard it has been to get to this point. I remember I went on 53 meetings over a series of 3 days at the licensing show when I was starting out with all these ideas, and everyone was just like, oh, you know, you'll never get an action figure deal. You'll never be able to get your comic out. And here we are, officially distributed by Marvel and DC Comics distributors Diamond. And here we are with the 2 released action figures. So guys, for those of you who are independent artists and writers who feel it's impossible, well, let me tell you, I'm living proof that if you suffer long enough and if you work hard enough, it is possible to make your dreams a reality. And when you feel like you're about to quit and you just can't take it anymore, and you're suffering through depression and health issues and breakups and a whole bunch of things and loss and people passing away and a lot of injuries, as I've gone through all of that, hold on to your dreams and try to keep pursuing them. Because in the end, if you're going to fail at something, it's better you fail at what you tried to do and loved doing than failing at something you don't care about at all. So at least, thank God, when all is said and done, dealing with all the haters and the jealousy and the anger and all the craziness in the world, the one thing they can't take away is the fact that these figures came out, sold out through the manufacturer, comic book came out, and it exists in perpetuity forever. So remember, guys, don't give up. And remember, again, your dream is always alive as long as you are. This has been comic book artist, writer, and director Graig Weich from BeyondComics.tv. Right over there. Or this version right here. It's so funny that they made this, Jesus. It's hilarious. Really cool stuff. Thank you guys so much for all your support. And to be honest with you, I even to some of the haters, you know, even if they hate my stuff, that's okay, as long as they support comic books and superheroes and this wonderful industry of collectibles, then we're all on the same team, you know? Anyway, guys, this is comic book artist, writer, and director Graig Weich from Beyond Comics signing out. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe for updates. Don't forget you can get the figure and the comic book at your favorite local shop or at my website here at BeyondComics.tv. And the exclusive version of Tricity is coming out, the Battle Damage Blood Edition, at BigBadToyStore.com exclusively. And again, as they say in comics, to be continued. Make sure to subscribe and follow. Please pass this around to all of your friends who collect and who love comics and superheroes. And lastly, thank you so much for helping us break over 2.8 million views on YouTube and about 50+ thousand followers on Instagram and Facebook. So that's awesome, guys. So thank you. That's about everything. And I guess before I go, how about I just read you the little story of Tricity? Okay. They took her, tortured her, forced her to do unconscionable things. Using biotech elements, they turned her into a human weapon to carry out their twisted missions. She wakes to find scars all over her body. Someone had taken her. She starts to remember. Her name was Jeannie. She taught special needs children, was an aspiring writer trying to move on with her life after the breakup from her fiancé until they took control of her mind, turned her into a living high-voltage capacitor, a weaponized slave. In battle, her neural link broke, allowing her to break free and escape. Now she is the one in control. Her existence threatens their whole operation, and they won't stop until they destroy her. Before they strike again, Tricity plans to use her electrically infused cybernetic implants to exact revenge on her captors. They thought they made her into a weapon, but instead gave birth to their executioner. Now they will be the ones to suffer. Tricity will embark on a journey to uncover the secrets that haunt her. She will stumble upon a web of espionage led by an evil dictator and the doctor that created her. Kill Strike Muay Thai fighting with mixed martial arts was downloaded into Tricity's brain. Able to slice through anything, her trionic arm implants are powered by the arteries of her circulatory system and glands acting as a generator. Her exposed skin is deadly to the touch, causing electrocution upon contact. Her mask harnesses the electromagnetic discharge from her eyes. If unleashed, she can ignite like an atomic bomb. It's very hard to read this and film at the same time. Okay, they are known as GAH, genetically altered humans, led by their dictator Sunder. Bent on world domination, they created Tricity and used her to lure the man she once loved, Farrell, to them. He found an ancient alien artifact of immense power that holds the secrets of existence. Tricity was forced into a cataclysmic battle with him. It triggered the artifact to solidify, consuming Farrell. It transformed him into an unstoppable weapon named Ravidactyl. In a war of epic proportions, Tricity will also encounter new threats. Cleo, portrayed by Coco Austin, along with the assassin GEKIDO, right there, on the hunt for the evil mystical lord Shinryu, starring Kari Tagawa, who I showed you earlier. While someone in the shadows watches on, the vigilante codenamed Justice. He fights to end fighting. Who fights to discover the truth behind the conspiracies, corruption, and Tricity's connection to it all. Now Tricity must confront them to piece together the puzzle and extract the elements they each possess before it's too late. She will risk sacrificing herself to try and stop Sunder and his genetically altered humans before time runs out. If they bleed, they can be killed. Blood runs through their veins, electricity runs through hers. Jeannie is a victim no more, for she has become something new, something dangerous, something deadly. She vows to empower the powerless. She is retribution. She is power incarnate. Once the hunted, now she is the hunter. Never cross her or face death by electrocution from the shock of the one they call Tricity. And that, guys, is the little mini synopsis. And then it talks about how Tricity made her debut in the COMICCON BeyondComics.tv comic book GEKIDO over here. And it was featured on multiple TV shows, including Howard Stern's show and AMC's Comic Book Men. It's just incredible stuff. And then, of course, she'll make her feature premiere after her mini cameo in GEKIDO in the Ravidactyl comic book, which I'm working on forever. It's taking forever to do this book here. The scripts are done and everything, but again, there's a lot involved in your self-publishing. And you want to try to keep this level of quality to the stuff here. So that'll be the cover for Ravidactyl issue number 1, coming soon. And then this will be the cover for Codename Justice number 1, also coming soon. Again, all the scripts are done. This is just a matter of saving up money to publish and print, and also getting the time to make income and a living and draw this stuff here. Very, very, very intense, hectic stuff. Big schedule here. That's the box art. Showing you guys. So that's everything, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Again, this has been comic book artist, writer, and director Graig Weich from BeyondComics.tv. And as they say in comic books, to be continued. Make sure to subscribe and follow. Peace.